session on the True TV network in for Nancy Grace tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Breaking news in the Zahra Baker case. Shocking new details about Zahra's brutal murder. They emerge in police search warrants unsealed just moments ago. For the very latest, let us go to John Miller, editor with the Hickory Daily Record. John, we didn't think details could get any worse, but they have.
Yes, we've got nearly 150 pages of documents that were unsealed today, giving lots of details, redundant details in some cases, but lots of details of what happened. As you said, we found out today that there were latex gloves used in the dismemberment of Zahra. We also found out that they took her leg, put it in a plastic bag, and threw it away in a dumpster. And we also found out that the leg that they said that they discarded in the dumpster was not found in the same place that the leg was eventually found. So there was a gap in how that got to Caldwell County. So we found out a lot of information today, but there's still gaps that need to be filled in. But what we found is there was also gruesome details that we had not heard before that were revealed in the search warrant.
John, what about the body? The body that we now know through these search warrants was dismembered.
Well, there's not a specific detail about the dismemberment of the body or how Zahra died. There were details about where some of the body parts were found. And, for instance, the mattress. There was more details about the mattress, about stains on the mattress. There was another mattress introduced in some of the search warrants today that we hadn't heard about before either. And then there was a rape allegation in the search warrants today that we had not heard about previously. So all these things taken together, we don't know what's truthful, we don't know what's not, but it is a gruesome litany of things that we learned today, and we're still trying to sort through it.
To Natisha Lance, Nancy Grace producer, joining us tonight, talk about the bed comforter and the car cover.
Right, Jean. This is what this search warrant spells out as to what Zahra Baker's body was covered in. It was a bed comforter as well as a car cover. It was found in a dumpster that was behind a grocery store in Hudson, which is another location where the family had lived at one point. And remember, Jean, when they were searching that landfill, this is a county, Hudson is a county, where this dumpster would have gone into this landfill. Also, we know at this landfill that they found a mattress. Now, other things that were revealed in this search warrant, Jean, is that a box spring as well as a mattress was disposed of in Granite Falls, another location. And also, as John Miller just said about the prosthetic leg, that was taken to an apartment complex, wrapped in a white trash bag, and then placed into a dumpster. That those trash bags, apparently police did go to the home looking for those trash bags, trying to make a connection.
So Natisha Lance, the picture that you're portraying to us here, and this is borne out by these search warrants that were released today, is that they were just driving around to various counties and locations and dumping things here and there. To Ellie just said, let's go back to the family home, though, because we know 11 search warrants were executed, 8 of them in the family home, and Elisa Baker is saying to look in the drain in the bathtub.
Right. Her attorney actually told police, according to these warrants, that remains, including bone, I believe she also mentioned blood or tissue, could be found in the bathtub drain. We knew, based on those pictures we saw, one of our affiliates got inside the home, that a lot of the plumbing had been ripped out, sections of the wall had been ripped out. Allegedly, also, police were told that blood spatter could be found in the home. So it appears that the dismemberment may have occurred there in the house.
All right. Ellie just said, let's go to the heart and soul of the horror. If there couldn't even be more horror in these search warrants that were unsealed, but allegations of an informant coming forward to law enforcement. So this has nothing to do with Elisa Baker telling authorities anything, but a separate informant about allegations of sexual abuse of Zahra. She was raped, allegedly.
Right. According to these warrants, a source told police 2 men raped Zahra in a home in Hildebrand. That's a town about 5 miles or so west of Hickory, where she lived. Police also found at that home, in the yard, lying on the ground, a mattress that reportedly had a dark stain on it. Now, it's unclear from these warrants whether or not they were able to confirm those rape allegations, but this source apparently told police that Zahra may have been hit in the head by one of these 2 men, one of the men allegedly connected to Elisa Baker, the stepmom.
Right. All right. We are taking your calls live. Brenda in Georgia. Hi, Brenda.
Hi. got a question. Has this man, not a father, has this man been arrested yet for this murder?
Yeah.
He hasn't?
Brenda, are you talking about Adam Baker,
Yes.
the biological?
Yes.
Well, Brenda, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but he's not been arrested on anything. Let's go to the lawyers. Susan Moss, family law attorney, child advocate out of New York. Ray Giudice, defense attorney out of the Atlanta jurisdiction. Carmen St. George, defense attorney. All right, Susan Moss, okay? Here's another fact that we haven't brought out tonight, but Adam Baker originally said on the 911 call that the last time he'd seen little Zahra was 2:30 that morning. But then he also said on Wednesday was the last time he'd seen her, and then said on a morning show it was Thursday. Isn't that obstruction of justice, Susan Moss?
Absolutely. He's caught in a lie, and now he's going to fry. Look, the evidence is mounting up. But honestly, what type of pedophile rapes a one-legged child? And what type of parent or step-parent doesn't call the police immediately and turn those men in? If that is in fact true, that is one of the most disgusting, disgraceful things we've ever heard on this show. And the fact that he should be going down for murder, there should be no justice for this guy unless this guy is put to death.
A one-legged, deaf little girl that suffered lung cancer and bone cancer. Ray Giudice, all right. I can think of a number of charges. Why isn't Adam Baker arrested yet?
Well, I do agree with you. There's a lot of mounting evidence, and here's what I'm seeing happening is two things. We have a lawyer for Elisa Baker who is making what's called proffers. She's telling law enforcement what her client is telling her. That tells me that very soon, Elisa Baker's going to take a plea deal, roll over on other people or person, and we're going to see other indictments coming soon.
All right, very good point. Carmen St. George, defense attorney. Prosecutors upset at the unsealing of these documents today. But you know what? When you snooze, you lose. A search warrant can't be sealed forever, right? But they said in their upsetment about it being unsealed that it jeopardizes the state's rights to prosecute a defendant, singular. Do you think that when you look at Adam Baker, that they haven't gotten the information out of him that they want to, and they're trying every way they can without putting him in custody? Is that the crux of all this?
No, Gene, I think that there might even be more than one defendant, even though it's phrased in that way. And the district attorneys, they do have an interest in this and keeping it sealed because of the potential for it to ruin their investigation. So that is their claim. I really don't think they might just be focusing on one person, meaning Adam Baker, especially when there has been claims by Elisa Baker about the involvement of a potential rape with Zahra and other people.
But Ray Giudice, I agree with you. I think Elisa Baker has given them every bit of information that they've gotten except for these rape allegations, and I think a plea deal is possibly around the corner for
That's
her.
right. While these search warrants are not evidence in and of themselves, they are so specific and so targeted to events that occurred, and such an unfortunate logical rationale as to what probably happened, that I really think that we're coming to the 8th and 9th inning of this early prosecution.
And let us not forget, remains of Zahra Baker were found in a shallow grave in the Dudley Shoals area where Elisa Baker allegedly led law enforcement to. Midge in West Virginia. Hi, Midge. Good evening. Thank you.
We got a question. We really got two. We were wanting to know how long has this man and this woman been together, and how long has it been since this child has been with his biological mother, and why didn't they not send it back if they didn't want this child?
Well, Midge, it's a long story. Let's go to Natisha Lance. Natisha, summarize it. Start from the beginning. It all starts in Australia, right?
It all starts in Australia, Jean. You're absolutely right. Adam Baker and Elisa Baker apparently met over the internet. She went to Australia. They married. They ended up coming back to the States with Zahra, and that's where they have been for about the last 2 years.
Talk to you.
Cooperative, you're a dad. This is a girl. This has to be okay.
What's up with it just now? Is that anything, Adam? What did it harm Zahra? Did she ever do anything, Adam?